Hey guys, my name is Ollie, and today we're going to talk about emotions. And if you're new here, welcome. And if you're not new here, y'all have my back. I love you. Anyways, okay, so I want to tell you guys this. I am a very emotional person, and I am so proud. I wear my heart on my sleeve. If something's bothering me, I will speak up. I communicate very efficiently and effectively. So if you are upsetting me in any way, you'll probably know because I will tell you. And I think that's awesome. I don't see it as a weakness. I think society sees it as a weakness, and that's kind of what I want to talk about. So, society sees that as a weakness, but it's not, because I actually think that since we are conditioned to see that as something to be ashamed of, emotions and expressing yourself, we are suffering tremendously from mental illnesses. And obviously, not everything is caused by that, but I want to say this. When y'all are not expressing yourself and when y'all are hiding things inside, it builds up and builds up. And from the books that I've read, they've actually said that a lot of stuff, like a lot of things that can go wrong in your body, is due because of stress and not properly getting those emotions out. So I kind of want to encourage y'all to express yourself. And I do understand not everyone's understanding, not everyone has a safe space, and I am very, very sorry for that. I am so sorry that y'all are not able to have that safe space. And it's actually making me emotional right now, ironically. But I think everyone should have that space, and it makes me really sad that not everyone's able to have that, because when you don't have that, you're forced to hide it inside. If you have people constantly saying, I don't want to hear that, shut up, you're too emotional, you're too sensitive. You're not too sensitive. Don't let anyone tell you that. And I'm actually going to gear this towards men a little bit. Men, they actually have it the worst. They're taught to not be emotional, and I think that's why a lot of issues accumulate with men, because they're taught to not be emotional, and it's a weakness. So when they do have emotions, it's seen as such a weakness, and I feel so bad because no one cares until it's too late. And that's kind of what I want to implement, and I want to help get the word out, and I want to kind of teach y'all how to do that. So first thing is first, emotions. So I want to break this down. So when you're upset, when you're mad, when you're happy, whatever, I feel like you're able to identify what kind of emotion you're feeling. And growing up, I remember seeing an emotion poster and it'd be like, are you stressed? Are you anxious? And I think the problem is a lot of people don't want to look inside and actually see what's wrong and actually confront it. And I'm going to tell y'all this. Sometimes isolation is the best thing for you. So sometimes you just need to sit down by yourself in solitude and sit there and actually come up with a plan and be like, okay, how do I feel? Literally, it sounds so basic, but ask yourself how you're really feeling. If someone does something, ask yourself how you feel about that. If you're okay with it, but then deep down you feel weird, you're not really okay with that. And I really want to emphasize that, because I think a lot of the times we do things that we don't want to do because we don't even know our actual emotions. And we end up doing things that aren't really what we want to do. In a way, we are brainwashed and we're not thinking for ourselves because we don't even know what to think. We don't even know who we are. So I would suggest to know who you are and actually talk yourself through the emotions. And for example, so let's say I am jealous of someone, right? Yes, I go through all emotions, guys, and I'm being extremely transparent with y'all. I do get jealous, but guess what I do? I say, hey, why am I jealous of this person? Oh, I'm jealous because they have this and I don't, or they live in a place that I want to live. You know what? I acknowledge it and then I move on. I don't sit there and say, well, they don't deserve it. They probably did this for that. You know what? How they got it is not any of my business. All I know is I'm going to get there and whatever it takes. And truly, I feel like you never know what someone's doing to get what they have. So I also feel like you should take caution in that too, because again, comparison is a thief of joy. So you shouldn't, compare people all the time. Okay? Okay. So, second of all, I think having people around you that support you and your emotions when you are being emotional You need that because what is the point of having someone kind of shut you down and say you're too sensitive? I hate that word. That word literally is such an ick to me. It's like, what do you mean I'm too sensitive? Because why are you invalidating my feelings? If something hurts me, it hurts me. It's not up to someone else to determine what hurts me or not. You know what I mean? And I think that's wrong with a lot of humans because we lack empathy and we're so selfish. We only care about ourselves, you know? And I would say this. So if someone continues to make me feel a way that I don't like, I identify that emotion. And what I do in my head, I kind of take, mental note and I'm like, oh, they make me feel like this every time I'm around them. But sometimes they make me feel like this. But most of the time I feel kind of weird around them. And I don't really like that. So what I'm gonna do is keep watching this situation, and if it keeps happening, I'm just gonna have to walk away altogether. And you probably are like, well, doesn't that suck? Just walking away from situations, especially if you have emotional tie to them. Yes, it does suck. And sometimes I really don't want to do it, but I know it's best for me because sometimes you really have to close the door before you open another one. If you don't close the door, you may never get to where you want to be. And that's when you have to have faith. You have to have faith, and something is always going to be better. But again, if you're still in the same story, you can't move chapters if you want to stay on the same page. Like, how are you going to get to the end of the book if you keep holding on to this chapter? And sadly, some people will forever hold on to the chapter. Some people will never do that. And again, that's none of your business. And I want to say this: emotions are important. And a lot of people are going to think whatever they're going to think. So I want y'all to be so strong in yourself to where it doesn't matter what they think. You have to be strong. You have to know who you are so no one else can tell you who they think you are. Okay? Okay. So, yeah. So basically, I just want to say it's just important, okay? It's very important. And I'm just going to keep emphasizing that because I feel so blessed and it feels so beautiful to me when I have someone express themselves to me. And I would say I have a lot of people come to me and express themselves to me about stuff. And I'm like, wow, that's interesting. And I've had men, feel very vulnerable with me. And it is a nice feeling. And I think they, they take it as something else sometimes. But stuff people say to me really, it's kind of hurtful because, not because I'm hurt, but it's sad because they'll tell me that, what if they never meet someone that's understanding and stuff? And that does tug at my heartstrings. I'm not gonna lie. It does make me feel a type of way, but at the end of the day, I I don't know. I don't want to say I can't support everyone, but it's like I know who I am and I know that I am a good friend to people, and I know when someone is not for me and I know when we're not compatible too. So, but I'm thankful that I can show people that there are nice people out there or there's people that are understanding. To me, I never try to talk down on other people's downfalls and stuff because that could be me. You just never know. Life is so unpredictable, and I think people forget that. And when you're climbing the ladder, right, you never know who you're going to see on your way down, okay? Okay, I just want y'all to know this. So for me, I hope this isn't like offensive, but the kind of socially awkward kids, I've always been nice to them, and I'm technically one of them. So, but I've always been nice to people like that. The people who are kind of socially awkward and don't know what to say in conversations, I always try to get to know them just because I know they want to say something or I know they have something to say. And I've been in positions where I really wanted to talk to people, but I literally did not know how to start a conversation. Like, I did not know what to say. And I know what that feels like. And obviously, I'm not like that anymore. But I'm a very inclusive person because I never want people to feel left out. I want everyone to feel included. I want everyone to have a fair chance with me. And I don't want anyone to feel like, they're left out. It hurts my feelings. I'm like, dang, I would hate that. I guess I'm just very empathetic. But I remember there's this one scenario. Okay, this guy would always stare at well, she's not my friend, but whatever. This girl and I in our class, and she would be like, he's such a loser. Why is he staring? And she would take pictures of him and send them to other people. And honestly, I was just kind of like, because he's in our class, so obviously he's not too crazy, you know, and second of all, it's like I kind of like could feel it. Like I could feel that he wanted to be included, but he didn't know what to say, so he just stared. Okay. That's kind of what I got, but she was just being so mean to him. And I was just like, you know what? Enough. Enough. So then I actually went out of my way to kind of talk to him and get to know him, and he was really cool. I found out his genetics because we were in genetics class. But I found out something really cool. I don't want to tell his business, but I ended up talking to him and he was really, really cool. And he actually was really, really, really smart. Really smart. So I just feel like people remember how you make them feel in random acts of kindness. And I definitely want to encourage people to actually give people a chance because you never know what other people are going through. You never know who you're actually talking to. So that's kind of how I view things and that's how I see the world. I give everyone a fair chance until, you know, they start playing games and I'm like, you know what? And usually I just cut it off. Cut it off completely. I mentioned this in my other videos. I don't do that. I don't want to change who I am as a person. I am a lover girl. No one is going to stop me from being a lover girl. Like I will literally give anything and everything love. I literally will bend down and play with grasshoppers and bugs. I don't care. I love everything. That's just how I am, but why would I let the world turn me cold? No, that's not who I am. So you know what I do? I adjust the people around me. I adjust my environment because I want to keep giving love because that's just how I am and that's who I am. If people don't want to take that correctly and they want to take advantage of that, that's on them. That's totally on them, not me. So, yeah, basically, I'm going to wrap this up. I definitely encourage you if you like see yourself in me and you think about it and you don't say it, I definitely encourage it because this is your life. You only have one life to live. So why are you living for other people? Why are you in groups where they invalidate you? What are you doing? There's so many people out there and they may not be the people that look up to your standards, but that's so silly and it's just so, this hierarchy is so dumb. It's so dumb. I'm sorry, it's so dumb. Just because someone doesn't look like you doesn't mean that you don't hang out with them. And I'm saying like they don't meet your beauty standards. Who freaking cares? You guys would be surprised on who you relate to and what you relate to with other people and the connections that they have, okay? And I'm not saying be friends with people just for the connection. No. For me, I love to see, I love getting to know people. Like, I love sitting next to a quiet person, like, hey, what's your life about? You know, I love it. And I'm a yapper. I don't care. I love it. And obviously, I gauge to see if they're like, feeling me or if they want to talk to me. You know, I'm not gonna be straight up annoying, but I love it because I know they have something to say. Like who doesn't? Everyone is a human being. Everyone has that soul in them. And I think if more people treated others with kindness, we wouldn't have so many problems that we do today. Okay. So anyways, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to me. And yeah, be nice. Like, come on. That's like a challenge for you. Instead of these dancing challenges, be nice. Okay. Or else. Okay. I love you. Goodbye.